Okay guys, here we are with the Olds. It's going to be its first trip backing out of the shop with the LS. We don't have a throttle cable or nothing, so hopefully it's got enough idle to get out of the shop. But here we go. This hasn't been running in probably at least a month, well 3 weeks anyway. I haven't been out here working at all. Alright guys, here we go. We're going to see if it'll make it out of the shop. Alright, here we go. Well, set it right up. I guess I disconnected that shifter that I hadn't fixed yet. Alright, hold on guys. I'm going to see if I can get us some type of a shifter real quick. Okay guys. So that's why we couldn't back up. I didn't put a cotter pin on this little thing and it fell out that hole. So we're going to throw a cotter pin on there. And hopefully we can get this thing to back out. Move for the first time. So all this is backwards because I had that reverse manual shift. And I think the whole thing is backwards up there. Like the shifter needs to be flipped because the cable's supposed to be in the front and not the back. But I'll get into that later. I'll show you guys that on another video. I bought a gate. We're hoping that we can just flip it and put the shifter back together and it works. And then this here will be correct. It'll be facing down instead of up, because right now if you go all the way to forward, the center of this rod, as it goes forward, it gets longer and it hits this nut. So it's totally incorrect with the, you know, the 1, 2, 3. It's all out of place. All right, guys, I'm going to throw this cotter pin in, and then we'll try to back out again. Okay, guys, here we go. Round 2. Hopefully, we got our cotter pin in there. Hopefully, it goes in reverse, and it works. Still don't have the throttle cable, but hopefully, it's got a high enough idle that it'll back out. Hey guys, we're working on our throttle cable situation today. So I pulled off the throttle body. We got that off. And then I bought this, this was a cheap Amazonian bracket, which is pretty much the same as all the rest, but I don't know, the quality isn't really great. But then again, I mean, it's a throttle cable. But it had two of these grooves. I think one's for the tranny, if it had a kick down or whatever. That was interfering with my fuel regulator. So we're going to see if we got clearance now, which I think we do. Yeah, we're good now. So we had to nip the edge of that off because it was hitting my fuel regulator. So now we have some bare steel. The end of that's from cutting it off is shiny. So we're going to do a little anodized touch up. And how you do that is you grab your closest Sharpie and you know, you just re-anodize it. And once you get it all touched up, it's, you know, it's like it never even happened. Huh? How about that? Pretty good. Do a little more on that corner. It looks like we got a little shiny. There we go. How do we look now? Perfect. Factory. Okay. So we're going to stick this on there. See if we can get the cable to work. And then we'll go from there. I guess this here now is going to use that O-ring, the original O-ring that's in there. And then it's going to have a gasket now to boot. And we will smash this thing back on there. See what happens. I think I will try to get maybe a ratchet for the top two at least. The bottom ones ain't that easy to get at. We still got enough thread, so that looks okay. So yeah, let me grab a socket and an Allen wrench. All the tools I leave laying around, I never have the right ones. Most likely this will keep falling down. We'll lose the gasket and the bolts most likely. It'll be a pain in the ass to line up. So let's try to get two in there so we can just drop it right away. There it goes. I told you. I told you. There it is. Oh, we got it. Now. Alright. See if we can get something started here without losing our shit. Hey, that socket might not fit in there. Can we get that started? Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Look, it started. We got one started. We got two started? Maybe. Let's see. Oh. Well, heck yeah. Buddy. Leave that a little loose so we can wobble all this junk around. See if we can get some other ones in. I really need to kick these legs under this thing so I can raise it up on the lift. This ain't a good spot for me. I'm going to try to push through. I want to take the time to put it on the lift. Look at this squeeze on this. Oh, we got it. Got it to start. Did that start? There we go. These ones might be a little too strong. Yeah, maybe not. No, it's too strong. Alright. See if we get the last. Oh, the last one's. Last one's not going to be easy. I don't think. Maybe it will. See if we can get around that pulley. Pretty crooked. Oh, there we go. Yeah, just push that down. Okay, you get a ratchet and snug that up. What do with the ratchet? There it is. Okay, ratchet. Oh. Yeah. All right. Okay, so that's back on. We'll plug this stuff in before we forget. Okay, let's get our tube back on there. Seems we dropped a nut somewhere. I think that went underneath. I think that went flying underneath, guys. And that sucker is tight on there. I guess that's better than being loose, but boy, it doesn't make it friendly to go on. I think we got the top but not the bottom. Do the bottom first. You can't see down there. Wow, that thing is tight. There we go. All right. Turn back the right way. We'll get rid of some of these tools. Get rid of some of these tools before they end up all over the place here. This thing's going to need a whole bunch of cleanup under this hood. This thing is terrible looking. Okay. All right, guys, I got to pause you for a minute. I got to roll this car back. We dropped a nut down there. So I'll bring you right back. Okay, guys. We found our nut. 10 millimeter. So we'll put our last clamp on here. I guess we want all three of these going the same way. I don't know. We'll make them all go the same way. See what it gets in the way of. Sure, it'll get in the way of something. I think that should be straight. Like that. Is that normal? Doesn't look normal. Let's see what happens. Is that sliding? I think that's sliding. There we go. Alright, guys. We're gonna have to fix these because I don't know if I can do that. Leave them all crooked. Oof. Figure out that mess. There's our cable. So this is what we bought. Some low-carb knockoff kind of thing. Alright. Okay. Now, what do we have in here? So, yeah, bounce it off the car, why not? Oh, there's an Allen in there. There's a little tiny Allen screw in there. All right, let's get an Allen wrench. That thing is a teeny tiny one. Okay, guys, we got a little Allen wrench. We loosen that thing up. We'll see how this thing fits in there. There's a lot of pieces on this thing that ain't really, everything just falls apart. Everything just falls apart on this cable. The little end just falls off. And, I mean, I guess it's all okay once it's in there and bolted, but man. All right, so we got some adjustment here. And then this thing is adjustable. And then this is going to go in the car. But that's not really going to fit the pedal. So maybe we'll just take this whole cable out for a minute, put that plastic piece on there, just eliminate this thing. We'll see what happens. Let's get this set up. I don't know if we want the bottom or the middle. I guess the middle would work. Depending on how much cable we need, I guess it doesn't matter, does it? Let's see. So normally you don't have that tip left on there, that extra whip of wire. So you could just put it in there and lock it in. You can't do that with the way that thing is. So this is going to have to be all adjusted first, which I guess is okay. So we'll stick this there for now, because that's how it's going to go. And this is going to flip around. Go something like that. And we're going to flip around and go over here somewhere. Alright guys, I'm not going to film the rest of that, me climbing around in that car. There just ain't enough room. So let me get that done and I'll bring you guys back. See ya. Okay guys, we got a factory throttle cable out. Here it is. This is our factory cable. So in the car, this thing here is the end. That's the end in the car. It's got this plastic. Let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. So it's got this plastic round thing right here that that's not really zooming in that good, but anyway, that's round. It's a clip, so it fits into something. It looks like this in the car, this being the top of the throttle pedal. The cable, this cable here, will slide down in this groove, and then that round plastic piece there with the lock on it will snap in, so it just, you know, it goes straight in and locks in. Okay, so then this one, the new one here, it just has this big metal thing on it, which, you know, kind of would just go down in the groove and leave the big metal thing hanging there. That might work. Or we could maybe just take this cable. I don't know if I want to cut the original cable. I don't know why I'm funny about cutting I mean, you know, the whole car is not what it was. So we could cut this off and then get the plastic piece and then just take the new cable apart, pull the liner, pull the cable out of the liner, and then this will come off, leaving that ball, and we could put this plastic piece on there, and it would have like a factory setup. This thing right here, though, this double nut deal, is just pulling right through the firewall, because this had that square. It has the factory has the square, so I'm gonna have to get a washer or two of them. The outside, the size of that around ring on the outside, and then this will go together. And that's where we stand right now. I'm gonna go dig for some washers. All right, guys. Okay, guys, we found some washers. We had to take the cable off completely again. Okay, cable's off completely. So to get the washers on, where are you? Right here. This thing has to come off. The only way to get that off is to take the end off with that Allen screw. So you can pull the liner out. That's pulling the liner out. Okay, so we have no liner. And then we take this thing here and we'll sneak it by that and take this out. I don't know if I'm going to run this metal thing here because with that fork design, the fork is like that in the pedal with a hole in the middle. It's great when you're pulling, so you're pulling on the throttle, it's pulling the throttle and it revs up. Great. If you happen to let off the pedal real quick and it slaps back, it doesn't have that plastic clip, so that's basically what you got here. You pull the throttle, it pulls the throttle. Great. It's so let's say you got it floored and you let off real quick. The pedal, this pull on the pedal gets the pedal to slap. There's no plastic clip to hold that in from just falling off, and then the pedal just drops to the floor. So I think I might actually just sacrifice the original cable. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see how. Maybe I can figure something else out. But I don't like the idea of that thing having, maybe being able to jump off of there. So we'll put some washers on here now. I found 3 washers. I think I like the 2 smaller ones. Of course, one's a nice shiny, where are you? Stainless. Let me back this up. One's a nice shiny stainless, and the other's a Galvy. So we'll have to anodize those with the magic marker, because we don't really want. Maybe even this too. I don't know if I want even that thing being shiny. See how it works out. We'll give it a little touch up with the anodized marker. Might want to get some paint on this though. I don't know. My marker's about dry, guys. The marker's giving up on us, guys. I mean, even if some of the shine is gone, I guess I'm okay. I just don't want that shiny thing sitting back there. In the end, on the motor, I can always touch up later. Find one of them old 44 Magnum markers, and we'll be all set. Guys, my marker's dying on us. And we might have to break out a paint can. Let's hope not have to do that. Okay guys, new day. I'm gonna finish up this cable today, hopefully. So we put all our pieces back on here. We had this one here, and we got too many pieces here. That should have been like crimped on there or whatever, but so that's gonna sit in our bracket. I'm gonna leave everything loose. We don't have a whole lot of play in that, a lot of throw in that pedal. So we're gonna see if that's gonna work, or if we're gonna have to do something else to make more travel. We have this little brass thing that we're gonna have to put in, and then it just captures the cable with an Allen wrench, which I don't know how I feel about that yet. That thing could slip all over the place. We'll have to cut this cable short, but I don't want to cut anything until we know like this is going to work. Doesn't want to go through there. We maybe need to loosen our Allen wrench some more. Where's our Allen wrench? There it is. So we loosen up our Allen screw some more. And it still doesn't want to go through there. Why doesn't it want to go through there? Try flipping it. Try turning it around. See if we can get it now. Of course it doesn't. I don't know. There we go. Alright. I didn't think that was going to go there for a minute. Alright. Now, we should be able to pull down on that cable, tighten it, and then we'll go see if we got any, like, full throttle pull. Or do we have to move it down here? I don't know where this thing has to go yet. We're just going to snug this a little bit. Hopefully it holds. I don't want to mar that cable up, because going in and out, if you got a whole bunch of strands sticking out of it, it makes it kind of a problem. I don't think we're going to have full throttle, guys. No matter where we put that. How would we get more pull on that? We'd have to make this longer. Okay, let's see what we got. It's almost floored, not quite. Let's see what we get. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near full throttle. Nope. We got a long way to go. Huh. Okay. Okay. Well, at least we got some type of a throttle. Not ideal. It's our marker. We can mark that next time. We'll mark it next time. See how we do. Alright, so that's pulled. And there's nothing left in that. Alright, so we got to loosen our Allen screw again. I don't know if having that on the bottom would make any difference. Moving this brass piece to the very bottom. I don't know if that, I don't think that would give us any, it's only going to move so much up here. Let's wiggle this up. We need to make this as short as we can. Get more pull on that thing. I hope we don't have to adjust it at the firewall, because that one was a bitch. Putting that thing in there was not easy. That's already all the way back. I don't know. Let's see. See how much we gained. That's full throttle there. Snug this back up. And we're still only getting like 3/4 throttle. How do we increase the pull on that, guys? I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to think about that one for a minute. Alright guys, I gotta think about that one. How do we increase the throw on that? Might be time to Google. Alright guys, I'll be back.